Today, the first. You can hear shooting. I want you to pick it down. Wait, the man, he go now.
Now, Muyuka will take the carry to my consular.
This is Muyuka, divisional capital of Muyuka subdivision within Faku division, Southwest region, Cameroon. The roads used to be very busy with bike riders, transporters, truck pushers, pedestrians occupying the main lane of the road. It is a gateway to Kumba and happens to be at the highway, home to many, close to 30,000 people within and around. In 2017, the town changed from a peaceful town to a war zone.
Today, the first. You can hear shooting.
Disturb them. No stone were owner for disturb the people them. Yes, we gave us disturb them.
It all began on September 22, when scores of youth within the municipality took to the street demanding the restoration of the former state of West Cameroon, better known to many as Southern Cameroon. You could see how at this stage the police were fully in charge to maintain the peace of this area.
The police, they are all there. From a distance, you can see them.
In 2018, the peaceful protest metamorphosed into a full-blown armed conflict, and having access to Muyuka and its environ became a nightmare. This is the road between Ekona and Muyuka. The drivers used to fly the road at approximately 60 speedometers, but this time around, the axis is now known to be the land of the dead. Drivers will have to drive at this road at 120 minimum just to avoid being kidnapped, being attacked. The youth in Muyuka joined forces and started attacking Cameroon's military to what they termed as self-defense.
Go jam them now. We be the Muyuka and Bazonia force. Godfather between them. After they claim what you are fine, now we this would wait them for this town. Where them day.
A miscalculated move to many that plunged the town into an irreversible state of chaos and hardship. In little or no time, the town became the land of the dead.
Chibode.
No day for Ambaland. As far as they send us tell them who and any man we never hear about Amba.
The guys you see in this video, most of them are now dead.
Yes. Yeah. May they come. May they shake. Now me this like this. Now Muyuka when I take the tail to my consulam. Yes.
In the ongoing armed conflict, there is no winner. The common man is at the front of it as the main loser of the war. Both sides have committed atrocities at innocent civilians. You could see testimonies from people kidnapped on the pretext of blacklegs.
I beg the entering government to me they sorry me, may they forgive me for the bad way I don't do am. We they disturb their struggle, we they struggle for outside. I beg them say as I go so I no ever do that kind of thing again. If I do that kind of thing, make they kill me.
We know which kind of thing.
This thing will work our army. If I continue, make they kill me.
Yes, madam. You go die. Any number where you dial for that phone. Now Amber, they have phone this way to do them. Any number you dial for, you go ring for IG. You go talk your name, talk your reason why we don't keep you for here. Start dial your number, dial the number. Tell IG why we keep you for here.
These are amateur videos filmed by the separatist movement themselves in this area. Same with the military. The killing of Baby Mata was talked about in Cameroon's media landscape. And here is another eyewitness who believed that the military shot Baby Mata. We spoke to her, and this is her take.
I get neighbors away, they don't die of this crisis, and innocent souls, like for our own quarter, for Muyuka, that small innocent baby where they be shooter sometimes, so na neighbor, yes, it be been as one neighbor. So we cry so much. If that very day, as it be happen, we will run. Then time we come back, then the mommy picking, he gonna say make it come back as Gondo coast more because we been on the 20th May. He come back to make picky pap. Then obviously, I know say for other countries, and when people they run war, at least they live Pekin. Then as I believe say military they come there, instead rescue that Pekin, they hold a one hand, hold gun one hand, then they go for go put her for refugee camp. But it be surprised with that they will realize I say when we come back, we see and say they don't bullet the Pekin. So cry be too much that day and it affect me so much that why that way. Even we see even today, Pekin for 2 years, it is even military motor, it run around enter bush.
Kidnappings on both sides has become rampant, and the common man is being used to pay the price of kidnappings. The peak of this crisis in Muyuka, no one could be spotted at the road. Only the armed boys known as the Amber Guys and the military were in charge of the town. The market was deserted, street and quarter deserted, and this is between the period of 2018, 2019 and late 2020 January. When the war moved to a different peak, the civilians all ran into the bushes. and now they are gradually returning. They are returning in a town different from the town they left, and this is what it looks like Aleppo in Muyuka. We are in Muyuka bus station, what many will call Muyuka Park, and this is the main hub that leads to other villages within the Muyuka municipality. This is Muyuka. It is the divisional capital of Muyuka subdivision. For you to go to Owe, for you to go to all the other villages around, it is a hub that you have to take. Previously, when the live was in 2016, this place was very busy. You could not stand where I am standing for more than 5 minutes. That you will not have interception from the vehicles going to Kumba, going to Boya, going to Ekata, going to the different location. But when the ongoing Anglophone crisis actually started, Muyuka was badly affected, and Muyuka is the most affected area within the Boya Kumba trench. Muyuka happens to be the most affected. Those who are still trapped in this area says they don't have anywhere to go to, and the only means they have is to stay here and brave the odds. That is why you can see that the park is not that much full as compared to how it used to be before.
The work at all, as you can see, not be so Muyuka be there before this crisis. Now so they manage former one chop. If you go around in a bench, if you go around to one day, nothing over 1,000 people, no pay. All man no run, nothing in the worker. We live there under total risks because as we return now, so we get two kind people really. Where we see how they run. We see Amber how they run. We see military how they run. So we live over there inside big risks. Last year and now, at least some small population of people don't try camp. So the difference, small people don't try camp. Because last year, the over there scanty. Like some 3 weeks on my year gone, but for now, yes, only yes that's return now. So yes, the year goes still kill people, kill civilian, kill 3 civilian. Of course, they don't kill my cousin for your care. For this gun battle between the civilian, military and the Amber boys, the stray bullet pass shooting inside house. I don't run before that. I come back.
And why you come back?
I come back because at least some small place on camp for some way. Yes, and say I come to better no day. I'm there Douala for Bonaberry here. So I go to poverty, all that kind of thing. As better I run can here. Even I die, I can't die for my own.
Me, they born me from Muyuka here. At first time we did fine for Muyuka, but just after the thing that happened, the crisis, we need to feel fine because we don't lost so many people them. We don't lost so many people that already struggle. By innocent people them, by the way they will say they want fight. So as for me, as we did, so we just don't know how tomorrow will be for we because we work under risks. We work under risks. We don't know tomorrow. We don't know who will be the next. Yes. I don't lost friends there. They be very good for me for town here.
Which happened that day?
Well, like when shooting go on, so you see straight bullet. It meet us some of them inside house, some of them for road for farm, some of them for backside, some of them for just for road so they right catch the pass or take any man. Now only God, we pray for God. So now only God will solve the problem because I don't say they try always, it don't be for so. Now only God will solve them. We just pray for God every day, morning and night. Pray now only God will solve the problem. Because so many will don't die and we don't know who will be the next tomorrow. Because we saw the walk back or we don't under risks. We don't know.
Muyuka, we don't live through stress. At times, if you don't say only see military camp, can't take 1 or 2 people go ask questions. If they don't reply, fine. They kill the level of side where they do. But fish don't anytime when now we're gone, any man just take a machine, they go in and side where they go. So they live now under stress of Muyuka. Normally they see population. So but now everything says of security today. We just work now under risks. When you woke up for your bed, you pray. As you enter road, you reach back for house, you pray safely. Now only so anytime if you say anything happen anytime, any day for road. Yeah, I don't lost friend. Now say for me, I'm mostly there. I didn't am out too. They don't enter, they kill most 6 of my brother at one time. That day what happened? That day be there on Thursday, be there on market day. Military just enter now he locks. One time rapper shooting. Kill all now only civilian them. all na responsible people, then I use them again for that matter. So now why that you see Muyuka dey, so anytime anything dey happen, anytime any day that. No, for my hotel, at least population don't dey calm one because no say if you go some side where you need to work farm. And then when you can't work your farm, as na farming says you finish, you go you back for side where you base. That's what you do. So plenty people don't go to house now but town. Only can work their farm, go them back. So that's why you just do different now.
We are still in Muyuka, and this is where they call Stranger Quarter. It is one of the badly affected areas in Muyuka. Along the line, you see that these people have deserted their businesses. They are no longer there. They seem to have escaped the ongoing conflict. That's why when you come, you see that we have bullet shellings from all the corners of Muyuka. And just to let you know that this is an evidence to show you that actually this particular spot was hit by a bullet. And you come again, the camera will pick you. You see, this is another bullet shelling casing to indicate to you that these are positions that were actually struck by the bullet. You see that in most of the areas, especially in Muyuka, they've been greatly abandoned. If we come to this other side where you have a driving school, you see that the areas too have been badly abandoned and virtually nobody is here. You see the building, you see the bullet shellings. This used to be the Menji Center Saving Loan Cooperative, but when you come closer, you see that the area has virtually been abandoned because of bullet shellings. You will see bullet shellings in everywhere you go to, and everywhere you go to here in Muyuka. It's common for you to see that. I must tell you, it's a difficult situation for those who are actually living in Muyuka to actually survive. This building used to be occupied by a driving school, but you see, from the look of things, these are the bullet shellings from the wars that have been badly affected by the infighting or the fighting that is going on between the non-state armed groups and the state armed groups. It is a difficult situation for those in Stranger Quarter. And I will take you again further. I will take you again further to this other area. There are different calibers of bullet shellings used here. Different calibers of bullet shellings used here. If you see them, look at this particular spot. Gives you a picture as to what is ongoing here in Muyuka. The scenario is different in Muyuka as compared to other towns like Moya and My 16. These are spots of business owners and equally badly affected by the ongoing Anglophone crisis. The people here, wherever they may be, only God knows where they may be. But the situation is terrible. Just imagine if someone was actually living in these buildings, or nobody actually knows what happened to these people when the bullets started raining. If you see from the walls, uncountable bullet shellings from the walls, that is to paint a picture and to tell you that the crisis is real.
We survive with Muyuka now by the grace of God. Even me where I talk with, so I stay inside Cocoa Farm. So since everything don't have, since everything start for town here, so need to move no small need to go. So they beg the government if he put a helping hand for help for this thing, for solving out for this thing where they happen for this town. It's very risky. We meet up, I mean, that means say the way they road in they need to go. The partner inside Abu road we use as first. We don't dig na different road they now they use na construct. And I don't make another transport fare now, I don't over be expensive. Even for people that are sick. So one day before one bring them from bush carriage for town, so one day they die for road. I don't know na 6 people. Are gone from the day one where this thing will happen. They can't meet up for I've been on the 29 January 2019. Where they come surprise for house. They kill my mommy, kill my 2 small brothers. Then after now, some other brother become more bush. So that one made like 3 months. They come out bush and me attack them again for road. they kill my brother and my sister again. No get no way. Now just say na God he want know how he do.
Muyuka ni waka. We dey Muyuka with the suffer. So nothing he move, nothing to nothing. No business ni waka. I dey for here where the work I dey stay for here. Today so I don't even say no one jog petrol. I say only 10 litre petrol for here. Where the whole day today dey for roads. So nothing you have Muyuka, we dey for Muyuka with the suffer. Nothing to nothing. Ni waka. Where they should go, we go hide now for inside forest, inside lumber, inside rubber. Yeah, inside lumber, inside a rubber there. Yes, where they should go, we run. As we run, so I'm in the day for here where they shoot. Now only God is safe here. So we dey with the die na die. So we don't know where we will do. So we don't you all think now for God to hand. Me God intervene the matter. We want once me God solve the problem. Yes. Want me peace reign for the Cameroon. All people their environment, all na grass. All people their houses, all na grass. All man don't run. No man dey from Muyuka again. No man no dey. All man don't run. As you don't can answer for the Muyuka answer, you don't see who Muyuka. You don't see how many people there for the Muyuka. As me for here, they shoot me, my ear. They shoot my pikin. So for the war so, I mean they shoot my pikin.
The pikin die.
The pikin no die. Ben, it survives. They shoot my ear for here. Inside lumber. Where na God. If you don't see the God they alive, they for don't die. That day so, the road so be now. Oh, na I mean them. Where a flock for the roads. Where for work cannot day. That day we not even chop. We not even cook. Nothing. We still na hungry that day. All people in Muyuka, all we inside bush. We inside rubber where you don't go join fire. You see only mosquito for that rubber. It's not easy. It's not easy. So when they shoot, we go inside rubber, go hide for day. So that's how you suffer the Muyuka.
For we as today for the Muyuka, we want to say as you hear my sound, by the grace of God, we survive for the Muyuka because see our house is there. Ho, grass. Wow. In short, for me for you, so I not will lie you. My uncle, they kill him, burn house.
What happened?
Because of gunshot, they kill him, they burn our house. So we just dey stranded for the Muyuka, nothing to nothing. We need to achieve nothing for the Muyuka. Even they say they should go and achieve talk, we dey inside rubber where they keep picking themselves from our front through military. No, not be na amber. They shoot them. We can't meet up inside rubber, so we run inside, we sleep inside, we join for we cook it. We run across na valley or water. We go inside Mundama, we cross. We just be stranded today. So we not get peace for the Muyuka. So if they make peace reign for the Muyuka, we'll be very happy. And I'll let God guide me for it.
Well, Papa, Lionel Sweet, as you don't see the atmosphere, look the streets, the road, all things for this town, Lionel Sweet, by the grace of God, that will take survive. Now God for heaven, they survey we for this town. Because they on the 22nd, since 2016, when this conflict started between the separate fighters and the La Republic government, it never be easy for all we, for this town, especially this Muyuka town, who did it so. I don't lost plenty souls, my friends, my family, even I myself. I go and show this. I show them. Look at so. I go and show this. Where they shoot me from my workshop. I struggle for survive. Look and find. I go and show this way I struggle. By the grace of God, I survive. May look and I need to show the whole world. May they look at me. Now by the grace of God, where I struggle for survive. I be hard weather. On that day, I don't feel best explain. We just there for workshop. 1 year gunshot everywhere. You start for town. You know be best tell because it will be I think on the 15th of December 2017. Gunshot be start for our work. They just start for town rampantly. That means we no be there way. If you best time, may look where it happen. I be there for workshop before I want turn so now gone. He scratch me for here, he shoot me for here so as creep na creep. I struggle, I stay, I survive, I wrong go for backside. I wan come back, a lot of my things dey run loss. I no fit talk say na civilian or na armed or na military. I no know person wey thief my things dem. But I glad say I dey alive. Make dey hold well, make dey struggle, make dey look into this matter before we die. All we be brothers dem, we be one. God send all we, create all with his own image. Say make we no come for this world, we can't destroy. Say make we come multiply for this earth planet. We no be wild animal for the kill ourselves. So I dey pray say make una look critically for this matter for survive. We the youth wey we dey try for grow up. Abeg.
This is Special Branch Police Station, Muyuka. You can see things for yourself. It has been abandoned. Now the building is all in grass. There is virtually nowhere to go to. You see it's visible destruction, bullet shellings on the walls, and this building had been abandoned by the forces of law and order to tell you the magnitude of the ongoing armed conflict here in Muyuka. And this used to be a center for where the officers actually take care of the activities or the security situation, but now they are no more. Muyuka is a cross section known to have Yoke, Malende and the rest, and the story is not different. This is the main entrance of Yoke Market. The story of those within this community is pathetic. Most of the homes in Yoke, especially along the road, are deserted. You will rarely see a building without bullet piercing. All the buildings along the road have been pierced by bullets. That's just to tell you the gravity of the situation to those in this town.
We live here by the grace of God. We get plenty challenges. Bankruptcy now our first topic for here for this side of the day. Bankruptcy, nothing they just move. Nothing. We bring small crops for market before the one buy them. We get torment self. We see the man like me are there because I no get place for go. I no fit leave my house go other place. I no fit leave my house. I no fit leave and go any other place. The reason I only for say my God begin secure me as the way I take myself as secure. We are neighboring village used to get gone. Muyuka. Before we no too dey like for Muyuka.
But perhaps people don't come back for your care or the place they abandoned.
Well, so one day they come, so one day they go. So one day they come, so one day they go. Since I no be me accurate for the count the numbers them. I know if you know, except today during a market day, we see new faces the way they come, so one day they go back. Man, I know if you tell you anything because me say I hardly stay for town. Tomorrow, today I'm only resting day. Tomorrow I do have to go to farm. I don't get time for the low water security there or no security. My only security is I go take my refuge in my bush.
For Malende, we just live. We then only inside to know the corner road. We live our life only inside. We know if we come over corner road. Because with the fear we can't stand for corner road, with the fear when we need to pass, with the run. That's how they live inside Malende. No, we no get water, we no get so many things. The people enjoy the idle. I mean, all man don't be a farmer. So one day they take a tramadol, it don't make people they don't condemn all. The one day when a girls underage picking for girls, they take belly, they don't be pregnant. All picking they don't just be some kind useless way for life. We even in a papa we really know parents will be hard for who he picking. They picking they all don't condemn. So I would beg, make this thing stop. Maybe we are beginning and go school. The beg na beg. Time we just surprise. We hear gunshot, and when we hear them, we need to go look. Any man they take the road for bush, we need to go look. When we just hear sound and running, I mean, we just surprise you sometime for house where they find the boys them. The boys them too, they run. We too, they run. All we run together. We run with the boys. We the beg government, make government find a solution for stop this boy them. We know say government get powers plenty. Make government find solution for stop these boys them by begging them. Yeah, they will beg them. That word for saying they leave arm for them are provocative because they make the boys them instead provoke. Because they not use we better talk. We still never hear better talk for government anymore. We need hear no better talk for government anymore. So when they make so the boys them instead make the worst. The worst. And for now, the government they just enter inside. The only one here and say they be enter attack the camp, die too much.
The way we survive for here, now God, as I have to tell you, my brother, because we don't see him for here for your care, no mean a small thing, we don't see him bed. We just did it by the grace of God because we believe Now God get power, the almighty power. But we struggle by measure way we use for survive for in a farming. We do na farm work precisely for you, and then we get Mungo River beside where most of the youth then they go down around for money, turn back for evening, they go take some for water. Now measure occupation, and that will get them for your care. The crisis really affects you because we don't get gunshot them for you, in a small one. We don't get kind casualties here, but some of you will still there alive. We just say na God the power. So that bullet the way you see. So if they are doing, might say last year and year before last, with that heavy shooting they be there. You know they now how it be there now. So we people go and that with that heavy shooting they be there. Now why you see the corner road they so people they be run or go for bush. People no be even there around. Or they hide on for bush. Now after with that shooting they be cool before you see some of we be fit come back. People don't come back but some level no be. Might just say 40% as I fit 30 to 40% they around for now.
God made we to keep we alive and to make we look strong. Minus they say coronavirus, but for me, I don't believe say coronavirus if still exists. Because without God, that all of don't die for coronavirus. But if you see for the crisis, how the crisis don't be, it don't make some of we will be frustrated, and then some of we will not live as we prefer to live first. Yes, but for now, since as we don't come back one for town here, because most of the time we'll be spending for inside bush. Yeah, because of this crisis.
How the crisis
And the crisis now, we also at the level now for the crisis, if we also will continue to follow the crisis for remain only inside bush, it will take a long time for we. So we don't be for inside bush, mosquito bite, all that kind things that we meet up on for bush, no good living. In short, I don't know how if we talk about the crisis.
The crisis is still very present. Over 40% of the town is still present, which means that about 60 is out of town. And those who come here, especially during the period of the market days, comes only to buy and sell. And after that, between the non-market days, they go back to their hideout to seek for refuge. The presence of the non-state actors and the state actors are quite, resonate a kind of fear within the minds of people. We will be taking you inside the market so that you can actually see what is happening in the market.
For your market, as me a bit talk, it don't be like that kind 2 months on over here gunshot. For this market, no problem, no day, everything be okay. Yes, this is the really affect we because things they know they move as things they used to go. Because panic be thing they know they like how we place they be for normal way. So we go out with our business for normal way, but for now so things they know they move that way where they used to move. Things they be tied up.
Presently for your care, we don't be for some very short time we will never get gunshot. Then some of the population now it don't they come back for your care, but it not still be as it be there before. So would the pray say may the thing continue so that at least the population will come back. 2018, 2017, when you talk in terms of your care be well populated, people they be there. I mean, activities be there very normal. You cannot not even pass along the road with crowd of people where they be there. But since this crisis, all man run away because any man they fear for his life. Any man be the fear for his life. So all man run. So population now be less populated, and we face a lot of difficulties. We business people because now population it encourage business. So now no man out there for buy nothing. We go market, we can market all this the while. We fish down from morning. Well, if we the fish sell even 100,000, fish sell even 10,000 now. So the effect for the crisis is too much. We beg for the government for see into this very problem, for see solve the problem immediately. Make things come normal. I'm okay. they spread bullets. But the system now, it don't be a bit modern because them they go now for bush with their guys and they follow the boys and now for bush. So the rate where the BB shoot unnecessarily, it not be again like for now. So at least it don't be a bit modern. So we dey pray the change and we dey still beg the government for intervene very fast for solve this situation. Make people then come back to normal. My elder brother, his first son, for Limbe, for my four Limbe, he come Yaoundé. He come late at night for Limbe for my four. We discover now after 2 weeks, we discover a corpse for mortuary. Now, a young guy graduated, we don't get the visa for go to Germany for where Orange they take it for work. So he began for go to Germany. Now, through the passport, through media, we discover he say there for Limbe mortuary. My elder brother, Mr. Bejuka George, his son.
We just manage the market and manage them because of this crisis. Don't make things they overhard. I beg. All thing, nothing fair waka na waka. Make government try see what way if it do for this problem because we run tired. Because the thing where then I say the crisis overhard because poverty the can't kill we for this side. But you are was over day. This market for now, never year gone. It don't stay small year gone. But we see here they gone.
President Kuna, fine. All that was there for bull, say they come back for them.
I don't lost a lot of people the way. In fact, the people that build my brothers and sisters them. Yeah, like some my sister they be killing for road here when now to my colleague when me I use this with the waka boy grano they say where they just pass for road, they just shoot it for Xmas day last year.
Corona will be there yesterday, not be easy until they kill some people. So we still here gone. We then are yoke na so be Muyuka get gone. Yoke sometimes we still here gone. We enter come out.
Like now, you see the market already be empty because at first this market be close for 4 o'clock, but now I think time now at 2 o'clock, but market already close because any man they come, some people they come, they hurry for buy quick, they go the buy because anytime something anything happen at any time. Some people they come the market now with fear. So when they come on the bushes, so that they try for meet up with time for say may they get even a bike for go them back. Then people they be come out overside Mongo. They come this market. The market they flop as before. You see, because even me was stand for it, it affect me so much. Because first, na school they make things that they work well, they go well. Then when they can add out, they gun them as how we gun them the hell and then people that they fear. Other people then they way they come on now mostly the kind market so now village areas that they hold this kind market there. So then when they need to come, you need to go.
This is Yoke Market, at the heart of the ongoing Anglophone crisis. Most of those people you see here today, they have difficulties going away from this locality. Some of them have decided that come shine, come rain, this is where they will end. With one message to the government: solve the crisis and save our soul. The testimonies of those in this market is quite heartbreaking. It is difficult for them to do their buying and selling. Most often, the market usually open at 6 in the morning and will close at 6 in the evening. But with this crisis from 2019-2020, the market opens around 8 in the morning and closes around 4:30. And sometimes 2 p.m. the market closes. If you take a cross look at the market, you will see that it is almost at 25% covered by people and close to 75% empty. That is just to tell you that the situation is difficult. Secondly, the people have difficulties in terms of ensuring their private security because they don't know who is who at this point in time. Within the aspect of the non-state armed groups, they say they quite have kind of familiar or protection from the non-state actors who we obviously call the amber guys. And when it comes to the aspect of security forces, they say most of the times the innocent are the one paying the prices for the act of the non-state actors. With that in mind, we will say that it is not easy to survive in Yoke. The people of Muyuka, Yoke, are constantly living in fear as they await the reconstruction team. It is not clear how the reconstruction team is going to build Muyuka, because from all the houses you spot along the road in Muyuka, all have bullet shellings. See how devastating the war is. You can see that these are bullet shellings. Look at the diameters of bullet shellings. See, the people have actually abandoned these structures. You see how the bullet piercing, the dimension of the bullet piercing here in Yoke village, which is in Fako division in the southwest region of Cameroon. You see the whole of those living in this area is they have deserted the area. You see, it's been locked. All of the buildings in this locality, all of the buildings have bullet shellings, all, and nobody seems to be in this particular site. Even when you come here, you see how dangerous it is actually surviving in this area. To tell you that the war actually has a devastating effect of those who are living in this particular locality. You see, some of the homes in Yoke have been abandoned by those settling in this area. Where I am currently standing, nobody is living in this side. You see, the homes are locked. Sometimes the doors are locked too. Here you see that it's locked. It's locked and nobody is here. We are still in Yoke to show you how life is difficult out here in Yoke. Some of the people are actually living in the bushes. And to come to this area is not as easy as you will spot. This seems to be a business center which has been abandoned because of the ongoing crisis. You can see that at this particular point, the door seemingly it seems as this place have been vandalized. Sometimes when people run and leave their homes, the homes are being vandalized. You see how it has the door is. Just to let you know that it is a difficult situation. And over this way, you see another door which is open. And virtually, that's how you see. It means that these persons, this home is actually open. This door is actually open. When you get inside, you will see that there are pictures on the walls. There are pictures on the walls and nobody is here. And that's how the door is and that's how the door will be. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you you are in the conflict zone. This is Yoke. This used to be a busy spot in Yoke. This is an entrance that takes you to Mongo, where the sand exploitation has been done in Yoke. And today you can see how deserted it is. You can see that it is difficult for you to see the busy lineup we used to have in this particular entrance. Just to let you know that the ongoing Anglophone crisis is still a very big reality in this area. Because previously you will come, you see how populated this area is. But all the homes along this stretch have been abandoned and they are full with bullet piercing. The views of many, as far as peace is concerned, differ.
People they don't die innocently way military they take them like some friend he brother like now they don't know his whereabouts where they just can't take it but where no be amber. You see and they see finding so it no be amber. Now where they see finding about how many months and they be catching up for kwekwe. They there about 3 of them. So that's the one that make celebration of death. But I say the other family they sit talk say that they work go boya go ya they go even for a military camp, they even drive there. Government will solve this crisis by coming to dialogue, as I believe. And by dialogue, I say all the 2 parties made they agree for seats as one. Then the dialogue as one people make this crisis because innocent souls they die. Because it's just there like pineapple where big mommy they talk say when 2 elephants they fight, that grass is suffer. Yes. Because when I turn today, I look picking. Tears come up from my eye because picking their future they don't overlost.
If the government they be being our kind of people they will just say they be try to do something for we fine. Like how the crisis will start to go on. Me I be no say since as this thing be start, maybe to tell the military and the people the back way. For say me will know the face the kind of difficulties for our life. But instead now we the civilians and now they shoot we. So nothing know how we do. Instead we run the why they can't say soldier, we want soldier to for military. So no know why we stand up. We don't know where we stand. So we fit say military fit cancel, dey back we civilians dem, but instead we civilians we dey die more than the soldier wey dey talk say dey dey. I just comot wey my stomach e be dey worry me, so I comot say make I go call some herbs dem, we come boil as some mama be tell me. Quite a long time this thing start, my big boy na military man, he can take me from here carry am go Boya. From Boya now he tell me go hospital to hospital. Doctor try their own, they no fit. They say make they go back for country. So as I come back for here, I come left for here for Friday, Saturday, Sunday I go worship, one be Monday, Tuesday I know say I go for me back for Boya. Meet they can't carry me. It take week 5. We be there for 1 week, no chop, no water. In short, I just ask God say, Father, my only hope. There's no other thing no dey I fit put that ahead of you. If you know say truly I'm a servant of God, please let me send me out of this place. But before there, for week 5 wey dey be take am, they keep 4 people. Na only me one dey be drop around here so. So I no fit talk na my power.
The boys
But
dem na Amber boys dem.
I no fit know na Amber boys dem. I no fit know. So I no fit know Amber and Miss civilians. Because all the when I want the same clothes. Yes, I no fit know na Amber or na civilians. So for that one I no fit know. Because like you this, what if you should say be journalists na because of their uniform. But for me and the soldier, we no fit know ourselves. Yes. So on that accident, even though my pastor, my elder, my supervisor, they follow up my matter, stay it can be on today way. Before they can say and say no, this child is a man of God. And for them now they can look and say no, I be true speak away from which way they try for interview me. So I tell them say I no fit know me know any man one and Amber oh. I no fit know Amber between me and he. You can know say all are civilians. Yeah, the only thing we differentiate in Amber, except say be wear uniform, the military. So I thank God for say my life be safe.
This quarter, you could not see a single soul in 2018. But this time around, the quarter is back. People are back inside the quarter, at least 40%, to do their normal businesses.
I say, as I did think can start for 2017 we reach we for here. So I won't survive and I say when the military they shoot gone, who will run, we'll go for bush, go hide me for bush. Then when the gun don't cool, we come back for town. And when military enter for town, all they run, no money they remain, all they avoid them. Because no one for that, and they mostly Kiwi, innocent souls them, we lose bullet them. So and again, we suffer for chop, some kind thing them, like chop. Time the way we come here as a military shoot, no store, nothing to nothing. Na just this short time way, the gun don't cool small, but no cool. They still continuously shoot for Yokeye, Muyuka, all this side them. So no get peace, no not to make the worker for we for year. No not to every manage ourselves for go market. They will want go market. We struggle for go market because the ministry inside can market the frightened we for market day. They make a way we really buy it in them for market. So they can survive. When you don't struggle, you get small things like your Maggi, salt, you carry and go you for bush. Anything you do for bush, you manage them. You not chop for bush. I lost my papa.
And
when
what happened?
yes, my papa get high blood. So by the time when they shoot that explosive, he had like boom. So as I had like boom, my papa now fall down. He give up. That was all about my father. So I'm a fatherless now.
You don't lost any friends?
Yes, I don't lost many friends them for Yokeye. The one where they shoot, they say make them cross route for go Pinambuku side. They finish with them for route. So we take Anna, we can bury them. Plenty of my friends, the name na 1, name na 2. We na lose bullet, we na innocent soul, they run to survive. The one said every run say me go get picking chop for overside, they finish with it, leave a back chop. So the civil now they can't call you for book, can't take Anna.
Between
those people then they fight for Wahid, for this site. Because military they come, it destroy and destroy. Burn houses them. So prepare na them because they need to do we bad, they do we na good.
We are in one of the streets in Yoke. You've listened to some of the testimonies of the civilians. The conflict is still on, and those who are greatly affected are the civilians. Sometimes they are mistreated and taken for the non-state actors. And some of their worries is that the conflict should be resolved. Secondly, they should see into it that the problem, the hardcore problem, is solved for the Anglophone. It is a difficult situation for those who are still trapped in Muyuka. To come to Muyuka is not as easy as to go out. While we're in Muyuka, we learned that 4 non-state armed groups were killed, but the people in Muyuka are of different opinions. To them, these are civilians shot.
Like yesterday, they killed some boy them for Akao.
Many still wonder why the military will have non-state armed groups not armed and yet kill them. They question the rationale of the DDR centers, that what need it is when military actually surround areas.
That it preach about disarmament and what like that. Would they preach? Would they beg government say if they meet up those picking them too now see young guys now they be heady. They be heady. If you born picking, you know born in heart. All them. If you born heady picking, if you born any kind picking. But would they beg the government say prison a day? If you take prison picking them, they go put them for prison for correct them. Yes, than for the kill innocent soul, like keep picking the way. Sometimes if you see come out, they be good picking them tomorrow. Unlike Nelson Mandela, wey be for prison for 27 years, he come out, he be a president and he rule the country, fix the country well before it hand and the country South Africa they find now. Why not Cameroon? Instead for the key picking them, better they take them, they go prison them. Because it's an incident that happen where the one can picking they be disarmed. Instead for catch the picking them, take and go for prison, go lock them because the prison is a place where they correct any picking, any wrong, any person will be wrong. So when at the year the cases where they kill, all that they preach, government they preach, vivre ensemble means living together. Then again they go along killing is not good.
These days, close to 40% of the town is back. The church is not being spared out from the ongoing armed conflict. You could see bullet shellings at the church. This is St. Joseph Parish Catholic Church, Muyuka. It is the only place where the Christians come here to find refuge, the Roman Catholic Christian. Even in the building, you could see bullet shellings from the walls. You could understand that we are in a conflict zone. On a daily basis, Christians in Muyuka come here to pray, to beg God to take care of them through the Blessed Virgin Mary, who is the Mother of God. You've witnessed the situation. We've taken you round and round Muyuka. We've shown you the effect of the ongoing Anglophone crisis. We've taken you to Yoke. And in Yoke, you actually saw what happened and the testimony of people. Leaving Muyuka was a nightmare to me. After listening to the testimonies of people, I asked myself these 3 questions. What could be in their mind? What actually can we do to help these people? And how can we reverse the situation to be back in 2016? And as I leave Muyuka, I take with me the pain of the people